Hello, welcome back. Today we are looking at the Power of Surrender cards. So these are by Judith Orloff. I absolutely love her books and everything that she does. Hold on, I need to get a pair of scissors. So Judith Orloff is an author. I'm sure she's a bunch of other things, but I know her as an author, and she has written a bunch of books like The Power of Surrender, the book, The Empath Survival Guide. I'm trying to think what else she's written. She's written a ton of stuff. All of her books are absolutely amazing. She works a lot with empaths and sort of like helping you to just like understand your feelings, understand your emotions, understand yourself. So anyways, I've been waiting for this to come back in stock for what feels like the longest time. Oh, it's such a cute little tiny guidebook. Okay. Anyways, I've been waiting for the longest time for this to come back in stock. It finally came back in stock. And so I scooped it right up while I'm waiting for my other one to arrive. So, anyways, where am I going with this? Okay, so there's just a little tiny instruction booklet here. Instructions for working with the Power of Surrender cards, tapping the visionary power of the cards. You can consult these 52 surrender cards as oracles throughout your life to empower your choices and relationships. Surrender is the divine art of letting go and the ability to flow instead of clenching, obsessing, or over-controlling. When you follow the card's advice, you'll be able to create the most positive future possible and not sabotage yourself by pushing too hard, micromanaging, or being overbearing. The cards will guide you through good times so that you can savor joy. They will also make your life easier during periods of adversity. Trust these cards and follow their guidance. Doing so will increase a sense of flow in your life and remove blockages so that you can experience unparalleled love, success, and ongoing healing. And then it has a little like how to use your cards, how to pose the questions, and stuff like that, which I love. The potency of these cards increases over time as your energy blends with them. I suggest, and then like keeping them in a sacred space, a little bit about her. So it's just a cute little, like, pretty standard, like, how to use the cards, sort of like the beginning of a larger guidebook. So this is funny, this is totally random, but Hay House has always included, like, these little like promos for their app. They're usually on a separate piece of paper, and I'm actually super annoyed that it's now printed in the box. I don't like that. Like, I don't want to, like, every time I open this, have your advertisement. I don't like it. Like, I get it, like, they're no longer, like, I like that they're no longer having that piece of paper, but, like, just, I don't know, just, I prefer when the box is, like, this makes it feel very, like, unsacred, if that makes sense. Sacred's probably not the word I'm looking for, but like it makes it feel very like, I don't like it. I might cover it. I've never covered the inside of a box before, but I might cover it because I really don't like that. That's so random, but like I don't like it. Like the back of the card is so beautiful, like they're gorgeous, and then you just have this advertisement. I don't like it. Anyways, ooh, these are stuck together. Okay. So I bought these cards mainly for my own personal practice, for like morning card pulls, when I'm in that state. That's the backing, that's absolutely gorgeous. When I'm in that state of kind of having this, when I'm not really sure what's going on, or I need like something to help me identify what's happening in my life, this is what I wanted these cards for. And surrender is such a big part of my practice that I feel like being able to pull a card that's like, oh, surrender the fear of your intimacy. I can work with that. I can meditate on that. I can contemplate. I can dive deeper into what does the fear of intimacy, like what does intimacy mean to me? What is my fear around intimacy? I can dive into that, journal about it, meditate on it, work through it. And then surrender it, let it go. So like this one says, surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So I could take that and I could work with it in like, okay, what are the patterns that are stopping me from opening my heart? I may pull some tarot with it. I may pull some other oracle. I may just sit and think about it. I may journal. I may like dance it out. I may turn on some music and just dance it out to this feeling, this surrendering the fear of intimacy. So that's sort of how I will be using the cards. So I'm just going to flip through these so that you can have a look, but that's a little bit of sort of like where my intention came with it, what I was thinking of as I got it when I picked it up. Why I picked it up is for that deeper reflection work that I love doing, because sometimes I can do it on my own, and sometimes it's nice to have a little prompt, a little motivation, a little like, ooh, here's a focal point, and that's what I use the cards for. So let's just go through these. Fear of intimacy. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. Surrender to joy. Surrender to your full power. Surrender your belief in scarcity. Surrender your fear of change. I'm just going to talk for a second while I go through these. You can read them. I also feel like this would be an amazing deck for just like every morning, sort of pulling where, or like once a week, you don't have to do it every morning, but sort of pulling like, what am I working on this week? Like, what am I surrendering today? What am I surrendering in this moment? And just giving you sort of that guidance, like, yeah, like surrender the drama. And then like ask yourself, like, where is the drama? Why are you thinking this? Like, surrender to inner peace. What does inner peace mean to you? What do I need to let go of to achieve inner peace? I don't know, I just feel like they're like really good cards to dive deeper into like the inner work, the shadow work, the diving into like where problems are arising, but instead of looking for problems, like allowing yourself to look for solutions, look for the alternatives. I love this, like surrender to success. So yeah, like I would ask myself, like, where am I resisting success? Where am I not allowing myself to be successful? Where am I judging myself? And allowing myself to clear through that and release that. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Surrender to spirit. Surrender to setting limits. Yeah, like you are limitless. Be limitless. Surrender fear. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Surrender to complete healing. Okay, hold up. Surrender to effortlessness. I feel like that one's vibing with me today. Like I was literally asked, surrender to divine timing. Like I was literally asking myself the other day that like, how difficult do I have to make this before I like receive what I think I need to receive from it? Like how hard do I need to make this? So I love that. Surrender to effortlessness. Surrender your ego. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. I feel like this is a beautiful spot to have like as a jumping off point, especially if you're doing like deeper inner reflection work. Now, like we saw, this just a small guidebook. There's nothing much. I feel like you have to go into this journey on your own. Like this is like, they're very much, everything's written on the card. Like surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So it's like you could like figure out what that means for you. Surrender stress. Surrender miracles. I also, if you're wanting like a deeper dive into working with surrender, I do recommend her book, The Power of Surrender. It's absolutely wonderful and it's huge. It's a big chunky book. I might actually show it to you at the end just for fun, because it's just on my shelf over there. Surrender stubbornness. Surrender to what ifs. They're a little stuck together, but that once you start using them, they won't be. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Surrender procrastination. Surrender to trust. Surrender to non-action. Stillness. Surrender your addictions. Surrender defensiveness. Surrender to the magic of who you are. Surrender to prayer. Surrender to silence. Surrender to your soul's path. And then the back is just gorgeous. So those are all 52 of the cards. They were a little stuck together, but as you saw, they were easy to pull apart. As I was going through it, I'm curious if these sort of have any relation to the chakras, or if they just chose pretty colors. Because we do have every chakra color here. Like that could be root, that could be sacral, the yellowy. Are there two colors? Sort of like a little bit. The more yellow could be your solar plexus. Green could be your heart. Blue could be the throat. And then the different phases, that's sort of like a tealy. So they're not exactly, but I'm sort of wondering. And then you have like your purples, which could be crown. And then you also, because there's different shades of purple, so it could be your third eye and crown. I don't know, maybe I'm just reaching here, but that's something that you could also pull in. It's like, okay, am I holding this in a certain chakra? I mean, I would put fear of intimacy with the heart chakra, but I don't know if it actually relates to the chakras. Maybe I'm just grasping at straws here, but again, you can pull as much symbolism or as little symbolism as you want. Shuffle like a standard Hay House deck. And they are sticking together just a little bit, so, but the more you work with them, the more they will loosen up. Surrender to... Sorry, this is so funny, because all week I've been sleeping in and taking extra rest and like surrendering to just allowing myself to like have that extra time to sleep. So to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit. I've even been going to bed earlier than I usually do. So that's just super funny. So if everybody's vibing with that, like maybe that's just the energy right now of like what people need, or whenever you're finding this message is like what you need. Surrender, low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. I love that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm happy with them. I think for my journaling and my deeper inner reflection, they'll be really, really great. And I might even pull them into client sessions because I don't know, it's always fun. So that is the card deck. I think I want to show you the book. I think the bigger book just wants to come through. So I'm going to go grab that. I will be right back. Okay. So, before the book was called, so the card deck is called The Power of Surrender. And it was, before it was a card deck, it was a book. She made the card deck after the book, but the book was originally called The Ecstasy of Surrender. Hold up, I need to, okay, so the book, hold on, this book is not fitting in this. So there we go. Okay, so before the card deck, and before the book changed to The Power of Surrender, the book was originally called The Ecstasy of Surrender, but I guess people didn't like the word ecstasy when it was first published, so she changed it to Power, okay? So it's the same book. It's the exact same book. I literally questioned it, and I was like, do I need to buy another book? But it's the exact same book. They just changed the name. I just have the old copy. And mine's a little beat up because it's old and I've read it. So don't mind that it's like, actually it doesn't look too bad on camera. In person it looks a little bit more beat up. But anyways, this is a bigger book. So let's see. So like I was saying, if you want to dive deeper on the cards, you could always pick up the book. So it talks about my initiation into surrender, an introduction to letting go, preparing to surrender, trust, and flourish. Then we have part 1, power and money. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can actually see that. Okay, so power and money, the first surrender, redefining true success, power, and happiness. The second surrender, 4 vital insights into power and letting go. And then the third surrender, manifesting the heart of money, seeing beyond material seduction and fear, okay? Hold on, I need to make space. This is not working. I was not expecting to pull a book out, so just give me a second. Okay. Where were we? Okay. Then part 2 is reading people and communication. The 4th surrender, learning the art of reading people. The 5th surrender, cultivating impeccable communication. Then I'm really just moving everything around on this desk right now. There we go. Okay. Then we have part 3, relationships, love, and sensuality. Honoring soulmates, soul friends, and animal companions. Exploring the divinity of your body and sexuality, igniting your sexual power, discovering the sensual essence of the natural world. Part 4, mortality and immortality, cycles of life, harmonizing with illness and pain, experiencing radiant aging, the secret of slowing down time, and then the 12th surrender, making peace with death and the afterlife. followed by Embracing Ecstasy, which I think would change to like Embracing Power. The Final Surrender, Celebrating the Blessings of Joy. And then it has like readings, acknowledgements, and index at the bottom. So she has her little life story, or like her introduction to letting go here. And then it just goes through each of the surrenders. It gives you like little insights, talks about your brain, talks about the way like what surrender works with. She also has like a ton of these like little things of like little like quizzes. She loves those in her books. If you've read any of her books, I feel like she has a lot of different yeah, so here, hold on, what's this? Checklist of intuitive clues. Honor your gut feelings, feel goosebumps, pay attention to flashes of insight, watch for intuitive empathy, sense emotional energy, strategies to read emotional energy. So it goes into like, it's very geared towards like empaths and stuff like that. She also talks about like anger. She talks about dealing with narcissists, guilt trippers, how to release that, people who gossip. Then she has like relationships, and she also does, I don't know if you can see that, hold on. So down at the bottom, like she has like surrender affirmation for compassionate communication. I'm ready to surrender all obstacles that prevent mutual understanding and compassion with people in my life. I'm ready to stop trying to control or pressure others. I'm ready to compromise and release my attachment to needing to be right. I am ready to enjoy harmonious and loving relationships, okay? One of the things I will say is I was kind of hoping that this down here on the cards would be her affirmations, or that they would be in the guidebook, but I feel like you can also turn that into, like, so for this one, instead of saying like you deserve success, love, and abundance, you could change that to I deserve success, love, and abundance. I set the intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem, right? Or if you don't even want to say low self-esteem, you could like change that into you could, or even like remove the I set the intention just into like I remove or I release any remnants of low self-esteem, and then you could switch that into like I am confident, I am successful, I love, and I'm like, you can switch it. You can make your own little affirmation. That might also be part of my practice with these cards, is making an affirmation or like a mantra to go along with them. So like this one, like surrender to your intuition, so tune into your inner voice. So you could switch that into I tune into my inner voice. I am aware of my gut feelings, my flashes, my knowings, and my aha moments that come through to guide me. And then I would add in like I follow those inner guidances with ease. I'm ready to let love in. I compassionately identify and release any patterns that are stopping my heart from opening. Or even if you don't, like, you can say that, but you could also go straight to I am opening my heart. It's sort of like, I find for me, sometimes I need to have that statement of like I release, especially if it's something that's been there for like a really, really long time. But other times I can just jump right to the affirmation of like I open my heart, or my heart is open. Yeah, I don't know. That's sort of like just a little added little something there. Then it has like relationships and love. It has all about like your soulmates. Empath relationships. Am I a relationship empath? This is all about sensuality, sexuality, physical agitation, so like awakening your subtle bodies. Talks about your chakras in here. Surrender to the pleasure of exercise. Yeah, like it's just, I don't know, this is a fantastic book to read through. I really enjoyed it. I read it like several years ago. Surrender to air. Does she have? I can't remember. Hold on. Yeah, so she talks about surrender to water, surrender to air, surrender to earth, which I think is super cool. Like bringing in the elements, bringing in the world. She gives you like little yoga poses, another surrender affirmations. So yeah, this is like if you want to do like a deeper dive into the power of surrender, or like the ecstasy of surrender, because that's what my book is called. I do recommend this book. It's absolutely amazing, especially if you identify as like a empath or anything like that. She has tons of information. Like, hold on. I just saw something here. Hold on. I don't know what I saw. I saw something that caught my eye, but I don't know where it went. But yeah, so this is like, it's a good book. It's a pretty thick book. So it's a pretty thick book, but I really enjoy it. So there's that. With the cards, I think work really, really beautifully together, or will work really, really beautifully together. And yeah, I don't know. You don't need to get the book. I just think that the book is fantastic added reading. And if you are looking to dive more deeper into it, but I think the cards are also a great starting point, and also just a great, yeah, like just a great daily thing, because maybe you don't want to flip through the entire book, but maybe you want to like pull a card every day or something like that. Like I just feel like it's something that definitely adds to it. I don't know. Anyways, let me know if you're thinking of picking up the cards or anything like that, or how you would use them, if you would use them different than I would, or if you've read this book, or if you're picking up this book. Let me know, and then leave a comment down below, like, comment, subscribe, all of that, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.